Some stories aren't just stories, they are something else. They feel like a memory of a time that's already vanished. That's exactly what Cormac McCarthy's All the Pretty Horses is. It isn't really just about cowboys, it's about this dream of a world that's already gone. It is an epic and often brutal journey of a young man who chases that dream all the way into the heart of Mexico. Our hero is a 16-year-old kid named John Grady Cole. You get the sense right away that he was born in the wrong time. This quote sums it all up. He's not just riding through the landscape, he is literally chasing a dream of the past. This whole myth of the American West that is simply fading away. To really get why he's heading out on this journey, you have to understand what he's leaving behind. It is 1949, and the West Texas that John Grady knows and loves is disappearing right in front of his eyes. His world falls apart, and it happens fast. First, his grandfather dies. He was the last of the real Grady ranchers. Then, his mother sells off the entire ranch to go be an actress in the city. Just like that, everything John Grady has ever known, his home, his family history, his entire way of life, is just gone. See, for John Grady, it is all about the horses. He has a deep, almost spiritual connection with them. For him, the cowboy life isn't just a job. It's who he is. It's in his blood. While the rest of the world is moving on, he absolutely refuses to let that part of himself die. What do you do when your whole world is erased? Well, he and his best friend, Lacey Rawlins, make a huge pivotal choice. They saddle up their horses and ride south. They are heading for Mexico because in their minds, it's the last frontier. A place where their skills, their values, might actually still mean something. Off they go. Two friends on a quest for a new life. But the road south is not going to be that simple. Their journey gets a whole lot more complicated when a third rider joins them. This new kid is much younger and way more of a wild card. They ride out of Texas full of hope. But it's not long before they meet this kid, a 13-year-old runaway named Jimmy Blevins. Blevins is trouble. He's a hothead, a crack shot, and he's riding this incredible horse that probably isn't his. A massive thunderstorm hits, and it separates Blevins from both his horse and his gun. That one moment kicks off a chain reaction that is going to change everything. Here's the thing. Can you ever really outrun your past? John, Grady, and Rollins are sure trying to. Sometimes your past doesn't just follow you, it catches up, and their brief association with Blevins is about to become a shadow they can't shake. That shadow catches up to them fast. Blevins decides he's getting his horse back from a small Mexican town. The whole situation explodes. There is chaos, gunfire, the whole shebang. John Grady and Rollins have no choice but to flee alongside him, and even after they finally part ways, the damage is done. They are now marked men. After all that chaos, after they finally get away from Blevins, the story takes a turn. They stumble upon a place that seems like an absolute paradise. A massive, beautiful ranch called the Hacienda de Nuestra Señora de la Purísima Concepción. Here, they find work doing the one thing they were born to do, breaking horses. There's a herd of 16 wild ones. And for a little while, you really think, wow, they did it. They actually found the world they were searching for. This is where John Grady shines. His skill is almost supernatural. He has an intuitive feel for horses, a deep understanding, and he tames that entire herd in just 4 days. The local vaqueros are blown away. More importantly, it gets him noticed by the big boss, the ranch owner. At the end, John Grady's world suddenly gets very complicated. He's pulled between two powerful forces. On one side, you have the horses where he finds his true purpose. But on the other, he falls into a passionate and incredibly dangerous romance with the ranch owner's daughter, Alejandra. But you knew it couldn't last, right? This idyllic life. It's just not in the cards. Their past comes crashing down on them, and their Mexican paradise becomes a literal prison. The law catches up. The local captain, who has already captured and executed Blevins, arrests John Grady and Rollins. To him, the story is simple. They are accomplices to a horse thief and murderer. Their claims of innocence are completely worthless. They are thrown into a notoriously violent Mexican prison where they have to literally fight for their lives every single day. But when all hope seems lost, they are suddenly released. They learn that Alejandra's influential grand-aunt pulled some strings and bribed the officials, but that freedom came at a steep price. Once they're out, Rollins has had enough. He heads straight back to Texas. But John Grady just can't leave. He is a changed man, scarred physically and emotionally. But he is not broken. He sets off on a new mission, a quest for both his love and his horses. He finds Alejandra only to learn the crushing truth. That steep price for his freedom, it was her. Her grand-aunt forced Alejandra to make an impossible promise. She had to swear an oath to never see him again. Their love is over. With his heart broken, John Grady focuses on the one thing he feels he can set right. He rides right back to the town of Encantada and confronts that same corrupt captain who imprisoned him. He takes the guy hostage at knife point and reclaims not only his and Rollins's horses, but Blevins's horse as well. His motivation is so simple and so unshakable. In a world defined by all this betrayal and loss, his loyalty to the horses remains absolute. It's an act of pure, stubborn honor. That act of honor kicks off the final bloody part of his journey, the long ride back to Texas. Back across the border, his quest for honor isn't over. He seeks out a judge, not to confess, but to tell the entire crazy story from the very beginning and legally claim the dead boy's horse. The judge, recognizing his integrity, grants him lawful ownership. Even though he's home, something has fundamentally changed. He returns Rollins' horse, but when his friend suggests he stay, this exchange says it all. The journey has left him homeless. He belongs neither to the Texas he left, nor the Mexico that broke him. The story leaves us with this powerful final image. A boy who became a man, a cowboy without a country, just a solitary figure riding into an unknown future, forever defined by the horses he loves and the world he has lost.